Hello everyone, Kate here from Keight Krafts, sharing with you another project for Hollow Tree Hobbies. Let's get started. So to kick things off, we are going to be using number 6 circle window die by Say It With Stamp with some Lawn Fawn Rainbow Ever After paper. I'll poke out those little circles and save them for another card. Next, we are going to take some 1/4-inch score tape and we are just going to line up our edges to make sure that they don't stick out from the circles, and we will be adhering a panel of acetate. And that panel measures at 3.5 by 6.25, which is the size of our panel. And then we are going to go ahead and give it a little haircut. So anything that I see poking out of the sides, I'm just going to trim off with some very sharp scissors. So next we are going to take some of our double-sided foam tape, which is also 1/4 inch, and we are going to very carefully make sure that we don't have that showing through any of the circles because this is a very thin area, but I tell you, I really like the finished product of this. So once we've got that all taken care of, I'm going in with some remnants of the ends that I'd cut off, and I'm going around and just filling in those little tiny gaps that I couldn't quite get flush with. And then next we are going to add some shaker elements. Now you can add any kind of flat shaker element to this. I tried to use a little bit of the microbeads, but I found that they didn't really roll around as nicely as these little disc sequins. So once we've got that all in there, we are going to peel off the release tape to add the backing. Now, word of thumb, caution, a tale, you know what I mean. Word of advice. If you're going to do this, make sure that you have your little panel somehow taped down to your station because I ended up knocking this and little micro beads went everywhere into the tape and I spent a time trying to pull them all off. So, cautionary tale. So here we have a piece of Spiffier Speckle that I have cut down to 6.25 by 3.5, and I'd adhere that to the back. And then we have our little critters from Happy Couples, which is the little duo in the middle, and then I'm using 2 other critters from the new stamp set Whoosh Kites by Lawn Fawn. And I just love how all of the little critters mix and match regardless of what species they are or if they're all one species. I just think they are so adorable with how they all go together, and I love mixing and matching all of my critters in my cards. So I've gone ahead and added some of that score tape that I had to the back side because we are gluing on acetate and we are adding some double stick with my liquid glue. That way the glue has time to dry and they don't have to move around on that acetate. So once I've got that cute little couple plopped down, we are going to go ahead and add our sentiment, which I've added some double-sided tape to. And again, we are going to double stick with some liquid glue. And we are going to just pop that right there, make sure it's nice and center. And then last we have our little kite to add on, and I just love how this card came together. All in all, I think it took me about 45 minutes to do, with the coloring and the die cutting and all that fun stuff. So next we are just going to add some of those flat shaker bits to the front. Again, you could use any shaker bits you like. I'll be sure to leave links in the description box below of all the products that I used today, as well as any alternatives I think might work really well with this for you to check out. So here we're adding some Hollow Tree Hobbies cursive to the backside in glue, and we've gone ahead and added some double-sided tape to our card panel. We are going to line everybody up nice and snug and give that a good mash down. And here you have my finished card. I really hope that you enjoyed today's project. And if you haven't yet, I encourage you to go head over to the Hollow Tree Hobbies website and check out all the fun goodies that they have in store. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care.